SDC SmileDirectClub. I was looking at my list and going into Monday. Monday has been a good buy day, where Tuesday it normally starts to pump back up. For Monday's buys, SmileDirectClub is one that's on my list that I've been looking at. They've hit a 515. One of the most shorted stocks is SmileDirectClub. Their float shorted is 32.88%. When you look at a shorted position like SDC, they have that potential where if people are shorting the stock and it needs to be bought to make the position, then they may push back up, and I could see them going from 5.15 back up to that $7 mark real quick. If you get in now, you could see the rise to the $7 mark, and then I could see them easily shooting up to $8 and then push that $8 to $10 gap. They have some resistance, they have some debt against them. Make sure you do your due diligence, make sure you read up on them. When they came out, they were holding for a while there around above 10. They had a pretty good stretch going. When you look at the last 3 months, I would say that they've kind of came down to where their lowest point would be. And right now isn't a bad position if you're buying in before the 750 mark. If you're looking at getting in before around like 5.15 where they're at to $7, I think that on the short squeeze they can shoot back up above that $7 mark, where a hold position would be 7 to 10. And then if you also wanted to buying would be 7 to 10, and then holding for once it goes above that. When you look back at the last week, they've came down, they've hit their bottom mark, they've dropped below that 5.34. I can see in the next week them at least going back up above $6 probably, or the next 2 weeks. As you go through, you can look at the last 6 months and you can see this bull pattern going. It's kind of like a coffee cup. So as you see some trends, then when they got into July, normally, and they hit August, they kept coming down, came down into September. I think in the September, with the deadlines for the OTC for September 28th and where the market is itself, we're feeling the impact of the pandemic from 2020. It's normally felt 12 months to 18 months afterwards. So being in the September, we're definitely feeling the impact. Maybe they might drop down some more, but if this is their low, this would be that time to buy in before they pop back up. And you could always pop back up, sell off, and then buy in if they drop low again. I can see them kind of coming through this and aiming for that $10 mark to go back up to you, though, by the end of the year. This is one of those plays that if they went back up, they could easily get back up to that $12 mark. With SDC, one of the things I look at is in 2020 where their low was. Now here we are in 2021. Like I said, we're 15 to 18 months after. So looking at 15 months after where the low was, we're at that next lowest point. So this would be their point of rebound from here on out, I feel. If they bounce back up, they'll be aiming above that $7 mark. right now would probably be the time to buy. And then the buy hold would be that $7 to $13 mark, where then they could rise up towards that $18, $19 mark in 2022 and rebound going into 2023. So for a play that might hold for the next year, year and a half, looking at 18 months down the road, with them going through 2019, and you look back where they were, and then you look at 2020 where they dropped to, now we're hitting above that low. We're still staying above that trajectory line. If they can stay resistance wise above $5, I think you have a good play and good return to at least double your money on this stock. And if you hold till 2022 to 2023, you're going to triple your money on this stock by the end of 2023. Into 2024, you'll see the 4 or 5 times profit on this stock. So keep this stock in mind as you're going through. It's one of those plays where, like I said, it's being shorted, it's heavily shorted. So if people start to buy in, then it's going to push that people are going to have to cover those shorts and cover the float. And as they do this, they're going to rise up automatically, and you could get a couple dollar gain on your investment. So depending on how deep you want to play on this stock could have potential in the future. Like I said, it's a short video. Make sure you go check out their quarterlies. Make sure you check out the reports. Do your due diligence. Make sure you're checking out their financials and where they're heading. If it's something you see as a play into the future that's a long hold, not just a short play or 3 to 6 months, but I would say this is probably that 18-month, 2 year, you're going to see a healthy gain on this stock.